Say good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey everybody. I just wanted to jump on here and share with you guys real quick a different spin on an old story. If you remember in probably like kindergarten or first grade, I don't know, the story of the goose and the golden egg.
Going to school.
Yeah, you got school today too, right?
Tell the babies are going to school and tell me I go to this class.
Yes, the babies are going to school today, and Sadie's going to dance class.
Yes.
Yes. So in school, I don't know if they'll talk about this or not, but they might, because it's a little kid's story. It's a fable about the goose and the golden egg, and the farmer who owned the goose, and every day the goose would lay eggs, and one day the goose lays a golden egg. And the farmer at first doesn't think it's real, but then he goes and gets it checked out, and it turns out it is real. It's solid gold, and now he is, more wealthy than he could have ever imagined. And then the next day, the goose lays another golden egg, so now he's twice as wealthy as he could have ever imagined. And basically this continues on day after day after day. So now this guy's ridiculously wealthy. This poor farmer who had nothing, he's ridiculously wealthy. Every day this goose lays a golden egg, and the farmer decides, I don't want to wait anymore for these golden eggs. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to kill this goose, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm just going to take out all the golden eggs at once. And he kills the goose, he opens it up, and there's nothing. So now not only does he not have, his plan didn't work, he didn't get the new golden eggs, but now he doesn't even have a way to get any more golden eggs, right? So they tell this story to like little kids in school, and this is why I started by saying,
where the goose lives.
is that your makeup?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why
On it.
this is why I started by saying, a different spin, because the moral of the story that most people go off of, obviously, is, don't get greedy. Be patient, all these things. Patience is a virtue. All these things you
Daddy?
teach little kids.
Daddy,
Yes,
did the farmer kill the goose?
the farmer killed the goose.
Did it?
Yes.
Oh. No more golden eggs.
No more golden eggs. See, she gets it. She gets it. The part that most of the kids don't get, and the part that the teachers don't really tell them, the part that we didn't learn is, and the reason why I'm even telling this story, so I'm reading 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and they tell that story inside the book, and they use it as a lesson to talk about productivity versus production versus, productivity capability, or production capability. P versus PC, they call it, which is a little confusing. But anyway, to make my point here, finally, the part of the story that they don't tell you is, if you take care of, if your focus is on the golden eggs and not on the goose, which that's obviously in the story, that's what happened. You lose everything, right? But if your focus is only on the goose and not on the golden eggs at all, then you can also lose everything. It might take a little longer, but if the farmer wasn't focused on golden eggs at all, or focused on getting the eggs and just wanted to take care of that goose and treat that goose as the best way that he could possibly treat that goose, without even worrying about or thinking about or focusing on those golden eggs, sooner or later that farmer's not going to have any eggs. He's not going to have any food. He's not going to have any source of business if he was selling those eggs to get any money, and then he can't afford to feed himself. He can't afford to feed the goose. He can't take care of the goose because he can't take care of himself. And that's the part of the story that people don't focus on, kind of the reverse, the flip-flop. So it's a balance. The balance between, production and production capability is kind of the point of the story. I see this all the time in real estate, amongst other businesses and past jobs that I've had, but I see this with different real estate brokerages. I see this with teams. I see this with agents and their clients. So many different brokerages, will say, here, come work for us, and we'll let you keep 100% of your commissions. And I'm like, well, what's in it for me, right? If you're not getting anything out of it, what are you going to do for me? You can't afford to do anything for me at that point, right? It's a business. A lot of agents, I see them do this with their teams. They're starting a team, and they're undervaluing themselves. And before you know it, maybe some of the agents on the team are doing good, but the team itself is failing, and the team leaders, the rainmakers, as we sometimes call them in the business, they can't afford to actually provide anything for the team. So the team members are getting no value out of actually being on the team. Agents and their clients, it's sometimes it's a race to the bottom business. Agents want to undervalue themselves and charge less for their clients, or do more, which of course sounds like a good idea, but I know a lot of agents that are running around and painting houses and changing doorknobs and stuff like that isn't really part of their job, isn't their expertise. They're not necessarily good at it.
Daddy,
Yes?
did the farmer kill the goose?
The farmer did kill the goose.
And
Can you believe it?
you too, Daddy?
No, I didn't kill any. I've never killed a goose in my life.
Daddy, did the farmer just kill the goose?
It was like 1,000 years ago.
I saw.
Me too.
Yeah, you take me there, and I saw it, and you was there with me, Daddy. They saw the farmer kill the goose.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share, is just kind of that reverse perspective. You can't just focus on the goose. Everybody knows you can't just focus on the golden eggs, but obviously you can't just focus on the goose either. And I hope that story makes sense. I hope that you guys will use that and go and maybe pick up this book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Book's been around forever. It's been recommended to me 100 times over the last probably 10 years, and I just picked it up and finally started reading it. It's a good one. I feel pretty confident recommending it, even though I'm only about halfway through it myself. But again, it's been recommended to me a lot of valuable insights so far just in the first part of the book. So go out there, do something, read something, grow. I hope everybody has a good week. Sadie, you want to say bye to everybody?